I've had to split it. Last lot he gave me, he says, now then, he says, Mrs. Dent, he says, I want you to take notice, he says, this bottle has cost a lot of money. He says, and I want you to split it into two. And I had to, he gave me a little bottle to split it. And he says, and I want you to make sure that you don't waste it. I said, I'll not waste it. I said, because you'll need it.
What was it like when you were at school, Nan?
Hey?
What was being at school like when you were very young and in primary school?
It
Bless
wasn't
you.
too bad.
You liked school, did you?
Hey?
You liked school?
I like school,
Is
yes.
it boys and girls in separate classes, separate schools?
Oh, yes. Oh, I
So what school did you go to
went to Lancasterian.
for girls? Lancasterian Girls' School.
Yes. I were.
And what age were you when you started school?
I was 5.
5.
And where was that school?
Eh?
Where was the school?
It were on Bowling Green Street.
Bolland Green?
You know Shales Moor?
Not really.
Oh, you don't know it, you see.
It was Shales Moor.
But it were on, that tram used to stop at top of Bowling Green Street,
Right.
and then used to go down
Where did you live then?
on Manor.
With Grandma
Yeah,
on Fretson Road?
yeah.
Right. And how many bedrooms did you have?
We had 3.
And how many kids lived there?
There were only you were.
No, I'm talking about when you were young with my grandma.
Oh.
Where did you
Oh.
live?
Oh, we had it were just one in a bedroom and an attic.
Right.
So you had one room downstairs. Did you have one room downstairs?
One room downstairs, then there was chamber, what we call chamber.
Is that the bathroom?
There were
Bedroom.
No, bathroom.
No, there was no
No, that was
bathroom
only the
then.
outside. Yeah, of course.
And
That
then there were garret.
which was the attic.
Garret, that were attic.
And who slept? Did people sleep in the attic?
There were only me and our Ethel and our May.
And you slept in the attic?
And lads had to sleep in attic and all, because that's the only way we could.
Yeah. So did all the children sleep in the attic?
There were only me and our Ethel. And our Tom and our Harry, they used to sleep in the same room as us.
Mm. 'Cause I remember you telling me that you basically had one bed and you all used to have to huddle together for warmth
Top
in the
and tail.
winter, top and tail.
Eh?
You used to sleep all together, top and tail, to keep warm because it was so cold.
Yeah. Oh,
So where was that house then?
I'm Smithfields.
Smithfields.
And what was your downstairs room like? What furniture did you have and how did it look?
Oh, we only had one room downstairs. There were a table and chiffonier, what we was called chiffonier. It was something like that, shaped like
Like a sideboard?
Yeah.
and
Dishes on top.
yeah,
It was more
Almost
like
like
the
a
old-
Welsh dresser.
Like a Welsh dresser.
yeah, that's
Yes.
it.
Yeah. But they call them chiffonier.
And
Very
table
French, yeah.
and 3 chairs.
3.
Where did the others sit? On the floor?
We used to have to wait.
Take turns.
Yeah. God. And what was your dad like?
Eh?
What was your dad like? You can't remember?
No.
No.
What have you been told about him?
Oh, I ain't got a dad.
What were you told about him though?
We know he died when you were 1.
Eh?
He died when you were 1 year old, didn't he? When you were just 12 months old.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
what did your mum tell you about him? What do you know about him that other people
Well, I
have
didn't
told
know
you?
much about him at all, really.
Did she talk about him?
No.
No.
She talked about her husband.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I should talk about him.
So what did she say?
Should to say we're all right.
He liked sweets. Wasn't there a letter? Didn't he send back from the war or something? He wrote a letter and said they hadn't been paid and he needed some chocolate and things. I'm sure there's a letter somewhere.
Yeah, you've told me that before, Nan, that he wrote a letter home asking for...
Oh, I mean, my father, when
Yeah.
we were in army,
Yeah.
when we were in war. I were, yes.
They
In
didn't
fact-
get paid, did they?
Eh?
Didn't they get paid?
No,
No, they didn't get any money.
didn't get no money.
And
No.
and he wanted some chocolate, didn't he? And some money for a beer or something.
He wrote home to say my mother had sent him some money.
And she didn't have any. Although they used to pay her. She used to have an allotment book from the army, and she had so much, and he had so
It
much.
was a paper she used to have at first,
Yeah,
and you used to stamp it,
that's right,
and it got right full, and then they got a book at finish.
right.
See, but it was a big sheet of paper like that. I always remember it, and they used to stamp it each week.
And she was given so much money, wasn't she?
Oh, she got so much.
Yeah,
but
it was.
She got, you know how much she got for me? Sixpence.
Yeah.
Sixpence for me.
And that was from the
to look
army.
after me.
And they were supposed to pay the men so much, and the women to look after the family and things. They got so much, but the men didn't get any money because there was no way of getting it out to them or something. But the letters got through.
Yeah.
And he wrote this letter saying he needed some. Could he have some money? Because he needed some
Gosh.
chocolate and things. Yeah.
So was he in France at the time?
Yes.
This is when he was in France.
When you were in France, so yes.
Because he was...
And you know that letter what he sent, it's ever so clear, you know.
Oh yes.
Have you read it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
it's
Auntie
ever so
Ethel
clear.
used to have it.
Eh?
Auntie Ethel used to have it, didn't she?
I'm going to ask.
I don't know whether Roy's got it now.
Roy might have got it. I'll ask Roy if he has.
Well, didn't Joan give it to him because when Eric died, didn't Auntie Ethel give them to Roy? Or did she give them to Brian?
That she gave to
I don't know whether she gave them to Roy or Brian.
Brian. I don't know. She ought to get him to Roy, you know.
Oh, Roy used to. But Roy, he's better, isn't he? And he does have a lot of old photographs of him. There's some videos of me
Really?
on the back of his motorbike and things, yeah.
Oh, wow. It's worth getting hold of, isn't it?
Big slippers. Hair chopped up there.
Well, in those days, who went to the hairdressers?
My mum every week.
Did she?
Oh,
What, when you were
my
young?
mum's always been every week.
You what?
Did you have a hairdresser?
Eh?
You had a hairdresser when you were young?
Did they have a what?
Go to the
Hairdresser?
hairdresser.
Hairdresser, no.
No?
When I was young, yes.
When Mum was young?
You used to go to the hairdresser when I was young,
Oh, aye.
along by Mansfield Road. The girl who had twins. Remember?
Yeah.
Because I went there and I used to have long hair and it was matted almost because it was a bit curly and whatever. And it was so cold in the house. It used to be washed once a week, so it used to go
Yeah.
a bit... so she took me and it was up there. There's a photograph somewhere.
I remember you had a firm, didn't you? You combed it all out, didn't you?
Auntie Ethel used to have some curling tongs. And she used to put them on the flame in the gas, and it used to go and burn your hair until it was like this. They used to go to the hairdresser when I got Auntie Ethel. So you may complain about yours, but please.